Dear children, previously I have made a basic maths of angles 1 video. With that video you learn this video, especially for class 9 children. These both videos are very helpful for 6th lesson. Lines and angles is nice introduction material is given. Based on this you can solve the entire 6th chapter sums easily. Now we are going to discuss about complementary angles. Sum of the two angles is equal to 90 degrees, then it is complementary. Say, with example I am telling, say one angle is x, another angle is y. Sum of them x plus y is equal to 90 degrees. That is complementary angles. Means if the complementary angle of x means here 90 minus y. Suppose y complementary angle means you can write 90 minus x. That means we should subtract from 90 degrees. Any angle is given means you should do subtraction from that. Suppose here one table I gave with different values and also with some symbols also. 20 degrees angle, its complementary is 90 minus 20, that means 70 degrees. Suppose you are adding 20 plus 70, you will get 90 degrees. So 20 degrees complementary is 70 degrees and 70 degrees complementary is 20 degrees. Suppose say example, an example 2 degree complementary means 90 minus 2, that means 88 degrees. Say theta value is given. I said already in the angles video, basic maths, theta it is measurement of angle. So theta its complementary is 90 minus theta. Suppose say x degree you take, its complementary is 90 minus x. 0 suppose you are taking, its complementary means 90 minus 0 only, 90 degrees. Generally this kind of questions they won't ask, downside just for fun I gave. Generally upside values they will give. Even 1 degree also suppose they are giving means 90 minus 1 you write, 89 degrees it is complementary. Some of them what is complementary angle means they are giving means sum of the two angles is equal to 90, then they are complementary to each other. Any number they may give. So by that time you should subtract from 90. So the getting value is complementary to the given angle. Now we are discussing another content, that is supplementary angle. Supplementary angles. What is supplementary angles? Sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degrees. I am taking x and y as two angles. Sum of them means x plus y is equal to 180 degrees. Of course you can take a comma b also. A plus b is equal to 180 degrees means a and b are supplementary angles to each other. Like that you can take your own variables, no problem. They may give some other alpha plus beta is equal to 180. Alpha, beta are supplementary to each other. Not complementary, supplementary to each other. Previously we have discussed some of them is 90 degrees, then it is complementary. Angle, here angle 50 degrees is given. Supplementary to the given angle means you should subtract 180 minus 50, that is 130 degrees is supplementary to 50 degrees. Of course 180 degrees is you need to subtract from 180, any value is given means 20 degrees. 20 degrees suppose supplementary to that means 180 minus 20, that means 160 degrees. 160 degrees is supplementary angle to 20 degrees. Suppose theta is given, for any angle it is used 180 minus theta, because 180 minus theta you cannot write any value because it is theta is an angle, it doesn't have any particular value, that's why you cannot write as like previous values 130 and 160 you can't write, you know. So another one more that is conjugate angles. That is conjugate angles. What is conjugate angles means? This is another concept. Sum of the two angles, is equal to 360. Sum of the two angles is equal to 360. Then those are conjugate to each other. That means x plus y is equal to 360. X is conjugate to y angle. Of course, y also conjugate angle to x. So one angle I gave for 20 degrees. 360 minus 20 is equal to 340. That means 20 degrees conjugate angle is 340. Suppose you take 80 degrees, 360 minus 80, right? So its conjugate value to 80 degrees coming. That means sum of them must be 360. This is another important concept. Complementary angles, supplementary angles, conjugate angles. Sum of the two angles is equal to 90 degrees means that is complementary degree. Sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degrees, that is supplementary angles. Sum of the two angles is 360 degrees, then it is conjugate angles. Now another new concepts of lines and angles lesson we are going to discuss along with diagrams. See, first one, vertically opposite angles. What is vertically opposite angles? Suppose two lines are joining or intersecting each other at one point O. So at one point O, vertically opposite angles are equal. This is the concept, very important concept while doing the sums. See, here I am giving the name A, B, C, D. By this time AOD, here lines just I am showing with a red pen. AOD is equal to COB. AOD is equal to COB. Here vertically opposite angles are equal. See, AOD is equal to COB. Okay, next another angle is AOC is equal to BOD. Vertically opposite angle means why? Because it is a vertex. O is a vertex. Vertex, you know, where it is meeting point vertex. So opposite angles, these are equal. Next, adjacent angles. You know, according to English language, adjacent means side by side. So side by side angles are there, mean those are adjacent angles. See here in this figure, ABD one angle, another one DBC another angle. So these two are adjacent angle to each other. Side by side angles name is, we can call it as adjacent angles. Linear pair of angles. Here linear pair of angles means sum of adjacent angles. You prepare it as one word. Don't write separately. Just adjacent, ADJ ACent, adjacent, one word only. Adjacent angles is equal to 180 degrees. That means side by side angle value must be 180 degrees. Then they are called linear pair of angles, or linear pair simply you can say. That means AOD plus BOD value is 180 degrees. This is linear pair of angles. Of course, it shows sum of the two angles is straight angle is getting. Previously, we have learnt that angle sum property of conjugate angles like that, supplementary angles, straight angle we have discussed. Supplementary angle, you need to understand the concepts supplementary angles, straight angles, linear angles. It seems to be all are similar but not same, because straight angle means only one angle, that is straight angle 180 degrees. Supplementary angle means sum of the two angles. There may be side by side or somewhere else. So which are supplementary angle? Linear pair of angles means sum of the adjacent angle. That means side by side angle value is 180 degrees. It seems to be same. No need to confuse. I said again, yes, I said already. Again I am going to say the same thing. Straight angle means angle value, straight line, that is 180 degree, only one angle. Supplementary angle means sum of the two angles. It may be side by side or somewhere else. Side by side, not outside also may be present. Sum of the two angles is 180, then it is supplementary. Linear pair of angles means sum of the two adjacent angles. Sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180. This is linear pair of angles. I thought that you got it. Next we will discuss see children, each and every point I am explaining along with diagrams. Clearly I am explaining. See once. Intersecting lines. Intersect means they are meet at one point. That means they are cutting at one point. Two lines, say AB one straight line, CD another straight line, which are meeting at one point. That point say you can give the name O. That is intersecting point. What we called intersecting point. Two lines are meet at one point, that is called intersecting lines. This point is called intersecting point. Now AB and CD are two lines. They are intersecting lines. What about concurrent lines? Here concurrent lines, this concept will be used in interlevel also. Straight line sums they will give concurrent lines. More than two lines passing through one point. That means say here AB, CD, EF lines are passing through point P. This is nothing but concurrent lines. More than two lines. That means 3, 4, 5 like that, any number of lines passing through one point. That is called concurrent point. This point is called concurrent point. The lines passing through that lines are called concurrent lines. Parallel lines concept, another concept, parallel lines. The lines which are not meet at any point is called parallel lines. That means you might have observed in daily life, these are rail track is there. Railings are parallel to each other. Okay. Edges of the board, blackboard, which are parallel to each other. Like that, so many roadside roadways is there, no, which is runs in parallel way. Like that, so many parallel lines you can observe in the daily life. AB parallel to CD. This is the representation. Coincident lines. The lines are overlapping each other. This means AB one line is there, CD is overlapping on itself and overlapping on AB line. This is CD and AB line are overlapping each other is called coincident lines. Coincident lines, parallel lines, intersecting lines, concepts are coming in 10th standard. Linear equations in two variable sums. By this time, yes, by the time you can understand very easily. These concepts, based on these concepts only, linear equations in two variable sums also present. So that's why these are the concepts, basic concepts as well as For lower class, it is important. CD and AB are overlapping lines, coincident lines, overlapping each other. Here, two lines are parallel to each other. Another line, say L and M, are parallel lines. L and M are parallel lines, which is these two lines are intersect by another line, say that is N. LM are parallel to each other and N line is crossing at two different points. This is called transversal line. What is this? Transversal line. LM are parallel lines with S, with these two lines. N is intersect at two different points. Say, name it as angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This concept is used for doing sums. It's a very important concept. Angle sum properties, so many values will come in this. What are those means? See, based on this figure, I shall explain all the values listed. Contents I shall explain. 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 8. 1, 2, 7, 8 are exterior angles. Already I have informed. L, M are parallel lines. N is a transversal line because it cuts in the different direction. Even it may be a straight line. It is a inclined line. Even it is straight line also, it cuts at two different points. That's why it is called transversal line. So it makes 8 angles through this line. Yes, along with this line, 8 angles are formed. 1, 2, 7, 8 exterior angles. 3, 4, 5, 6 are interior angles. 3, 4, 5, 6 interior angles. Now we are going to discuss about equality of angles, which is important. In next page also I shall explain those remaining angles. Angle 1, see angle 1, angle 3. These are angle 2 and angle 4. Both are vertically opposite angles. At a point here, one point is there, that is vertex. Opposite to the vertex, 1 and 3 vertically opposite angles are equal. That's why I gave a symbol. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Those are vertically opposite angles. Downside also another pair, another two pairs are there. That is angle 5 is equal to angle 7. Angle 6 is equal to angle 8. These are also vertically opposite angles because downside there is a vertex here. Now 5 opposite to the 7, 6 opposite to the 8. So that's why those are called vertically opposite angles which are equal in value. Another corresponding angles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. While listening time, you draw a previous diagram and you listen so that you can understand very easily, because beside page it is present, you can watch it. Angle 3 is equal to, these are called corresponding angles. That means it is look like a mirror image. As like mirror image, it is present angle 1 and angle 5. Those are corresponding angles. Afterwards I shall explain entire angles at one point. Angle 3 is equal to angle 5, angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Alternate interior angles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 7, angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Alternate exterior angles. That is another kind. Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degrees. That means co-interior angles are some of the angles of same side also you can say. Some of the angles of same side also you can say, that is co-interior angles. Angle 2 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. angle 1 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degrees. This value, these angles are called co-exterior angles. Another important concept is angle sum property. Angle sum property observed in two places. Sum of the angles of triangle is equal to 180. In triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of the angles of triangle is 180. Angle sum property in quadrilateral means that also 4 sides it is present. That value is sum of the angles of quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Don't be confused. Here 3-sided figure, it is 4-sided figure. Quadrilateral means 4-sided figure. 4 angles sum is 360 degrees. 3 angles sum is 180 degrees. This is triangle, this is quadrilateral. So both are, we are calling as angle sum property only. Exterior angle. This is another one more important point, that is sum of opposite interior angles is equal to exterior angle. Here ABC one triangle is there, you know. ABC one triangle. If you are extended BC up to D, that will be forming exterior angle outside. ACD is exterior angle. I am showing in a triangle ACD. ACD angle, this one is sum of the opposite interior angles. Interior means inside of a triangle. Angle A plus angle B. Angle ACD is equal to angle A plus angle B. So it's a big video. Even though you write and understand this concept, read so many times, so you can understand very easily. These concepts are useful in 9th as well as 10th standard. Have a nice day, children. Thank you.